shows, you meet people, and you know, you just kind of stay in touch sometimes. And you know, I've met so many people at shows, and I'm like, hey, let's meet up, grab a drink, and just mosh or do whatever. You know,
one of the people we met at the acoustic set now. Death Cactus, you're gonna be playing.
Oh yeah, so
with them because they're doing a Ghost tribute.
I met this really cool dude, and he was with a bunch of girls too. Really nice bunch of people we met, and you know, we met him at an acoustic show, and I'm actually opening up for his band. He's in a Ghost tribute band called Ghoul BC. He actually offered me to be in the band, but I had to turn it down because I'm from North Jersey. He's from Philly, so. How is that going to work out?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not getting paid for it, so you know. But it is what it is. But it's all good. No, it's really not about money. It's about fun and, you know, having a good time. But still, but yeah, I'm opening up for him May 18th at Dingbats in Clifton, New Jersey. Me and my we are.
Yeah,
what's I'm saying. Me and my buddy here, James. Yeah, man, it's going to be a great show. So, yeah, it's a Ghost tribute band, and we're really excited because we like Ghost a lot. As you could tell, I think we talked about him for an hour.
I think this is like a 45-minute Ghost.
Yeah.
No, we don't really like them that much.
But, yeah.
I never heard them.
But other bands I like from Sweden, like I said before, was Meshuggah. And honestly, I could say Meshuggah is one of the scariest mosh pits I've ever been in.
I like that in my tea.
Oh, Meshuggah?
Yeah, my tea.
You know what Meshuggah means, right? It means crazy in Yiddish.
Well, I do like that in my tea, too.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I guess it means me.
Right.
You know. But yeah, you know, they're a great band. I like, you know, their timing is weird. They're math metal. They call them math metal.
I was always bad at math.
You know,
so,
yeah. I was always pretty good at math.
Yeah,
so, you know, I like math. But, great band. Scariest pit I've ever been in. I survived with no
black eyes.
No battle wounds.
Yeah, wow.
So this was good, so, you know.
Now, James, you've never been a pit guy, right?
The pit's not for me.
Nah.
Nope. I went, like I said, I think it was the same Gigantor concert back at PNC. And at the time, they had main stage in the Coliseum part, and then you had to walk all the way out towards the parking lot or the main entrance to catch the second stage. And I just saw these guys, like, gearing up is the best way to say. Mouthpiece, mouthpieces, gloves. They looked like They looked like the way Suicidal Tendencies look, with like the upward hats and the knee socks and everything. Full mouthpieces, putting on gloves, like knee pads and everything. And I'm like, I need to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly it. And that was it. I mean, that was probably the closest I came because I was on like the inner circle of that. But I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah,
the scariest pit I've seen and never went into was Slayer. I saw that pit and I was like, I'm not going in that. Like I was utterly scared.
See, I don't go to the pit. I like to be in front of it, like first row, second row. Otherwise, I'm off to the side.
It was bad. I started my own pit in my area, and I got some guy really angry, and he wanted to fight me, and I was like, "Bring it on, bitch!"
Where was that?
This was at the Wellmont Theater in Montclair.
For who though?
Slayer.
Okay.
Slayer, yeah. And
thanks.
That was crazy. This guy was like 8 feet taller than me, but you know, it takes a lot to get me scared. So you know,
I think the scariest pit I've seen, was when we saw All That Remains and the skinheads were in there.
Oh yeah, there was a bunch of neo-Nazis
that was,
in the pit, and during Five Finger Death Punch, we watched some guy get knocked out, and he was a vegetable.
Oh yeah.
And the EMTs carried him out, and he couldn't move. That was terrifying.
Yeah, that was a scary one.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Who was that?
I mean, you mosh at your own risk.
Yeah,
you know,
it's true.
it even says it when you walk in the door. It says you mosh at your own risk.
James has wristbands that say that.
Yeah.
You enter the mosh pit at your own
risk. Yeah,
risk.
exactly. Like you are moshing at your own risk. I mean, like Megadeth is the most fun I've ever had at moshing.
Yeah,
like,
that whole crowd is like super nice.
We just have every time I go to those shows, I have so much fun. Like
that's a good show.
Funny story, like me and my guitarist Matt Garvey, we started a mosh pit at Megadeth, and Garvey actually went the opposite way and stopped the whole circle pit one time. It was so funny. Like, and I pushed him at the end into the crowd after a Holy Wars started playing, and oh man, what a great time! Like, I want to go to another Megadeth show so bad. You know,
that wristband was from the I think 30th anniversary of Rest in Peace.
That's cool.
I think in the entirety,
dude.
Wow.
One of the best.
With,
oh yeah.
I think it was with Slayer and
That's cool.
Testament.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was. I've seen them a bunch of times. Both of the times that I went to see them, I mean, I've seen Megadeth a bunch of times. But,
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
when I saw them for those like type concerts, it was basically the big four minus minus Metallica. Yeah, so
You know
it was
what's
great.
one of the coolest bands I saw open up for Megadeth was Motorhead.
Oh,
It was
wow.
Motorhead and Megadeth at the theater at Madison Square Garden. And I got those tickets for free, too. And I was just like, dude, I couldn't believe I was so happy to see Lemmy. And he did the funniest thing. Like, at the end of his set, Lemmy, he took his bass guitar, put it in front of the amp so it feeds back, and it kept feeding back the whole time. I was like, dude, Lemmy is the man.
Yep.
Like, so good. And then Megadeth opened up, and they put on a great show. The only problem I had with that was I was in seats. You know, there was a pit area, but it was very little. But, but I couldn't complain. It was free.
Yeah.
But, oh, man, what a great show that was.
Pit-wise, without being in the pit, the scariest one for me was the first concert I ever went to, which was Megadeth, October. I forget the date, but it was 2001, right after September 11th.
Oh, shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That was an intense,
Yeah.
let alone probably emotional for a lot of people at that concert. But, you know, it's emotional for everybody. But I almost got pulled like into the pit at like 15 or 16 years old when it happened, and I just like freaked out. I was like, I didn't know what to do. Here I am, first concert, Megadeth, front and center, like 3 rows out, and next thing you know, Megadeth comes on, the pit's starting, and like I had this guy come like right over the top of me to try to like get me out of the way so he can get to the front, and in doing that, I got like sucked into the pit.
Oh my god.
And by the graces that be, I was able to like trade places with a whole bunch of people, make my way to the side, and just enjoy the show. But that one really freaked me out because I didn't know if I was going to get trampled. It's not like nobody's ever died from a trample.
Well, usually shows they're good. They're very good at that though, because people usually when I've gotten knocked down a bunch of times, and people they always pull you back up.
But I'm short.
Short.
Like,
well,
this guy
I'm your height, man. You know,
this guy towered me at the time, and I didn't know. Like, I just felt myself going deeper
like
and deeper.
I was freaking out.
I started to freak. The only other one that I can think of, and I had to watch the DVD, was I was at the live DVD shoot for Anthrax at Starland Ballroom. It was Rich's birthday, and we got on the sound check and the show for the DVD, and I got guillotined. Much like Sean with the headbutt. It was crowd surfing for me. And the security guard, I guess he hopped up. I always have a tendency to stand right in front of the steps for the security guards to go to catch the crowd surfers. It's like every single time, and I try to make sure that I'm not right there.
Yeah.
And this guy must have misjudged him or something. And the guys behind me threw the kid, and he landed on the back of my neck. And like my chest went down on the railing.
Oh, that hurts. Yeah.
Oh, it was so bad.
That's brutal.
And
Your
then I
ribs
watched,
hurt.
and then the DVD was finally released, and I was like, I cannot believe all that went on behind me because we were all front row.
Yeah.
That's cool.
We didn't have to worry about anything. We're on the DVD. I mean, you'll see us from the get go in a few songs, but that was not the scariest, but that was the worst feeling. That was the worst.
Believe it or not, you know it has crazy mosh pits. They're not metal by any means necessary, but the band CKY,
really,
dude, they have insane pits. Like I've been in a couple pits. I got kicked in the face at one show.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm serious. Like, dude, those shows are insane. And I've seen Bam Margera's parents were there every time I've seen them. I saw him at the Stone Pony one time.
His brother's in it?
Yeah, Jess Margera is the drummer of CKY. But that show, I mean, they're no longer together anymore. CKY has a new singer, and they suck now. But was it Brandon Miller was their front man, and he's in a new band now. But CKY, when they were like a band then, oh my god, put on amazing shows. The pits were insane. Like you wouldn't think for them, you'd be like, wow. This band, get the hell out of here.
What was it, 96 Quite Bitter Beings?
Yeah,
or whatever?
that's the name of his new band, actually.
Is it really?
It's 96 Quite Bitter Beings, yeah. But, you know, that show, I had so much fun. I saw him with the Stone Pony, and it was one of the best shows I've ever been to. My ticket was $20. I've seen him in Philadelphia. I bought my ticket off a crackhead in Philly.
It's the best tickets.
Yeah. Dude, he's like, hey, man, you want a ticket? I'm like, how much? She's like, $20. I'm like, all right, I'll feed you your crack. Screw it. So I went in. I had a great time, man. So they're a great band. If anybody doesn't know them, check them out.
Yeah.
But
No, I did get to see Motorhead. We were just talking about this the other day, but
Motorhead.
I've seen so many concerts at PNC that I can never remember what the lineup was.
Yeah.
And it may have been because Rich, if he was here, he would confirm every lineup or pretty much confirm every lineup that we've ever seen.
That, yeah.
And apparently I saw Motorhead, Judas Priest, and Iron Maiden all in one show. And I don't, I cannot confirm that at all whatsoever. But I didn't have the appreciation for Motorhead like I do today. So other than the Ace of Spades,
well, rest in peace,
like,
Lemmy.
all right,
So.
yeah.
Lemmy is like seriously, he's like God that was reincarnated or something. Like he's awesome.
Yeah,
but
not anymore.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah,
not
he
anymore.
reincarnated
He's
something
dead
else,
now.
or-
Now he's just rocking out and just like
and Heaven's Band.
cashing checks and snapping necks, man.
Yeah, that's what he does, man.
And when we
He's
listen
awesome.
to your other podcast,
You know the
it's
game.
the Rainbow.
It's the Rainbow.
On the game, you know how to play
it.
Yeah,
Is it the
exactly.
name?
He used to hang out. The dingy dive bar that he
He
used to
lived at a
hang
bar.
out and live there with no money, but he had money. Was the
Yeah.
Rainbow.
He and I heard that place is disgusting.
You know what?
I've never been, but
I
I've heard.
liked it. I
Yeah?
didn't get the whole dingy. I mean,
Okay,
all right,
I've
no.
heard-
Well,
I take that back.
Is one thing, but if you go upstairs,
If I had to compare it, I would compare it to Dingoes.
Okay.
It's kind of like a
Dingoes now or Dingoes before it got renovated?
I think. Well, I've only been to
Renovated.
Dingoes a handful of times, so I'm going to say even
okay.
now.
Okay.
But it's got more musical
I wouldn't.
gear, like signed stuff and photos, and
Okay.
they label it all by like the band booths and all that stuff
Okay.
like that. But
The restaurant is one thing, but if you go upstairs,
I've never been upstairs because the time that we went, the time that I went to visit Chrissy out in California, we went there.
Mhm.
There was a New Jersey Hell's Angel like walking around,
yeah.
and I was like, I'm not going upstairs. And we had a problem with the other one at this one that we wanted nothing to do with.
Yeah.
And I saw that. And I
What,
was
my
like,
birthday?
Yeah. And so I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to go upstairs. I'm just going to hang out down here.
It's
I don't
scary.
need to see no
That
New-
place,
no
place
Hell's
by
Angel.
us. What is it? The Great Notch Inn. They always
Oh,
have
yeah, that's
Hell's
right.
Angels there.
Yeah.
A lot of motorcycle gangs go there.
That's not
Uh,
for me. I don't need
That's
to be in any
crazy.
of that business.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, like, you don't screw with them. They don't screw
No,
with you.
yeah, that's
no.
why everyone was so freaked out at Dingoes, but it was like,
I didn't care. It's just
not.
weird.
You-
But it was
they're
weird
not
though, because
gonna-
like they weren't drinking.
It was
they were,
awkward.
They were just
Yeah.
walking around
Look
like
out.
My
like
thing was
just
they
looking
kept
at people.
out the
I was like,
window.
Right.
Yeah,
So
they
this
were
is-
looking
I was
out.
looking at them like, so this is
As if,
so
like,
this
the
is
Don
your
was gonna walk in.
this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
your
yeah,
Friday
was gonna
night.
come in.
This is how you have fun. Is you walk
Right.
around like with your.
But
They were on the job. They weren't.
No,
doing
Yeah.
it.
that's why I was
were-
nervous. I'm
and
like,
that's
oh,
the
is there
thing.
gonna be like a
I mean, I
drive-by
went
or
to-
something?
I went to school for criminal justice, so we learned about the 1%ers and we learned about all the gangs and all this stuff like that. These guys were not patched in fully.
Yeah, they were.
You don't know what their initiation
Yeah,
is.
it's
Yeah.
true.
And we had another
They were
friend that
young
we were a
dudes.
little worried about,
Yeah.
and we didn't know what was going to
Hopefully
happen.
not me, right? You just
Not
stopped my
not
life.
you,
Oh.
not you. But we had another friend that we were worried about. We don't know what their initiation
Yeah,
is, so we had a little bit of
exactly.
fear for him and some of his friends that
I've seen
were
the
maybe
movie Death
coming
Sentence
and-
with Kevin Bacon, man. I
and-
know how that is, bro. That freaks me
So
out.
that really freaked us out and made us a little uneasy. Not so much that when they're fully patched in, but these guys were walking around like full on bodyguard security
Yeah,
detail,
it was-
like
it
they were
was
expecting
weird. Yeah,
something,
they were.
waiting for something,
They were waiting. Yeah.
Yeah, they were
whatever.
weird.
And
You
you
don't do
don't
that.
you don't need none of that jazz in your life. I mean,
Yeah.
but I would compare it to Dingoes
Okay.
as far as like the
Yeah.
decor and the lighting and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It was,
What
you
I've
know,
heard
of course,
through,
it's a
like-
dingy bar,
Yeah,
but I
because
mean,
what I've heard from like other accounts, because obviously I've never been there, but I heard it's just like like this super dive, which makes sense. I mean, if I was Lemmy, I'd probably do that too.
but I feel like most of them are
Yeah.
down there.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Okay, so this podcast got really heavy and serious, so it's a good time.
It did. You know
Good
what?
time to
It
end
went.
it.
It went pretty
Hells
quick.
Angels.
It's going pretty
Black
quick, talking about
guys.
Hell's Angels and guys killing people and stuff. I don't know if anybody mentioned that, but
It's
it probably
crazy.
was in there somewhere.
Maybe, I don't know. You got to pay more attention to your podcast.
I know, I
Kevin.
know. So I'm going to go quickly, very quickly, around. I'm going to put everyone on the spot. Best metal album and why.
Oh.
Now we don't have to go on here.
That's really
real
hard.
quick,
Oh.
real quick.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm going to start with Melissa over here because
What?
she's so
I
happy.
got mine. I got mine.
She's so happy to go first.
I got one.
Best metal album and
It's
one,
just off
Melissa.
Best metal album. Honestly, I'm just gonna go with Metallica, and I'm gonna do Master of Puppets.